Bell rings in 15.
If you let me get a car, you wouldn't have to worry about me being late. What's happening?
Here in Portugal, there is a very group of fans of stories about superheroes. And guess what? You are part of another one now. So we have Naomi, a super popular, outgoing girl, essentially a happy girl living her teenage years. However, something happens and she proves to be so much more than that. So I'll ask right away, is Naomi a superhero or not? And I'm asking this because in the first teaser trailer, I remember she says something like, no, I'm not. So what does that mean? Is she, isn't she?
There's a lot of different definitions of a superhero. You don't have to necessarily, have an alias name or have a costume to be a superhero first thing.
Yeah.
I think a superhero, one, is just someone who does something for a better good. So when we're talking about when she says no, it's because she doesn't claim that. She doesn't think of herself as a Superman. Superman is Superman.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Herself as a superhero. So I think when she sees herself as a superhero and starts acting like a superhero later in the season, the audience will align with that.
Okay. So don't believe in everything you think. This is one of the main sentences of the show. What I want to know from you, Kaci, is what is the true meaning of this phrase and why it applies to Naomi and her life?
Don't believe everything you think. Within the age of social media and all of that, sometimes we believe everything that we see, and we believe everything about our perspective on someone based on, even if we haven't even met them. We think that, they're a horrible person. And the show really, that's like the core message of it. But within the show, a lot of times you see characters that you think you can trust or you think that you're not supposed to like. And throughout the season, you see that don't believe everything you think. Naomi, that's a question that Naomi finds out. She didn't think that she had powers. She didn't believe that. She, denied it. So don't believe everything you think about the characters and the storylines because they take twists and turns.
Okay, plot twists. Do you like plot twists?
As an audience member,
yeah,
they take me on the edge of my seat plot twists of times. They give me a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
After, I love plot twists because then you can create a character's reaction different, finding out something new.
Yeah. Okay, so Naomi is this cool teenage girl who has the best friends in the world. She likes to party, skate, and also, of course, read comic books. So Naomi is awesome, of course. But she's not just another girl from another town. She's special. Don't you think that Naomi has too much going on, too much responsibility on her back? I mean, she's just a young girl being a young girl. How does she handle all this? How can she, handle all this situation going on?
She has a lot on her plate. Even before she finds out who she really is. The reason why she puts a lot of this on her plate is so that she can feel validated by doing all this. If you put a lot on your plate and you have all these classes and you skateboard, you don't have to necessarily interact with a lot of your feelings because you're always doing something. So they're kind of a cover up for her. But when she finds out that she has these powers, that takes a toll on almost everything. So you see things like having the third biggest Superman fan site in the world. You see that she's not able to do that within the life that she's living. So things take a toll, and some things fall and some things rise. But I think what's always there for her is friendship and family.
Yeah, definitely. Do you consider Naomi's story just a common superhero story? I mean, it's not just about amazing special effects, right? Is there something moral behind that is a reflection of society? How does Naomi relate to any other young girl or boy?
I see Naomi as a unique and different story. One, because it looks different. Two, the characters are different. Three, the settings are, you've never seen, I don't know of many superhero shows that are in Oregon. So you see a different setting, but at the core, it's a different pacing. She doesn't get her cape in the first episode. But it's really tagged to us going within ourselves and finding power. It's not just a superhero show. It's about owning that power and truly believing in yourself, because everyone else around you can say that you're great and that you're powerful, but until you believe it, then that's your power. When you believe in yourself and believe in your abilities, then that's a power.
And that it's powerful. So is Naomi going to change the world? I mean, we already have Superman and others. Why is Naomi needed? What is her special superpower? Besides being a superhuman, of course.
The show or the character?
The character.
Naomi is needed, one, because obviously representation, there's not a lot of people that, look like Naomi that are superheroes, but also she's a voice to the younger people. She's a voice to the younger generation. You have great younger superheroes like Peter Parker and kids in high school and Stargirl, but Naomi is different also because she's confident within her sense of being a nerd. She's not an outcast. She is like one of the most popular girls in school, but not in the way that she's rude or mean. So it's a different representation, but I also think her story is different because there's a lot of uphill battles she has to get to be the superhero that we're even starting to see in the comics.
What about the show? Is Naomi going to change that world?
The superhero world?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna change it because it's different. It's different. It's not all the other shows, it's a lot of fighting crime every single week and fighting a villain every single week. That is not what goes on in our show. Deep down, it's a superhero show, but it's a show about a heart and kids. So I almost think of it as like a nod to like Smallville, let's say, because it's high school, but also superheroes are involved. So I think that it's different because the pacing is different, as I said, but the characters are different. Naomi doesn't have mentorship from someone like the Flash or a big superhero in her life. Only has really D, who doesn't know all the answers. He's just an alien. So she has to find that within herself and has to really build it from the bottom without any mentors in her life.
Okay, so we are here talking about other superheroes, and I have, I think, a game. I can call it a game for you. Okay. Who would Naomi like to work with? I have two teams for you to choose. Okay. First one is Black Widow, Thor, and Captain America. And the second one is Superman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman. And this is not a fight between Marvel versus DC. No.
I would say I gotta give it. I would truly say, Black Widow and her would be so cool because she's such a badass. But I would say Superman. She owns the third biggest Superman in the world, along with Wonder Woman. I think she would be so fascinated with Wonder Woman.
Well, you could switch. You could switch.
I'm gonna stick with that team because she has such a big fascination from Superman and Superman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman. They all come from different worlds and different origin stories, which Naomi is coming from. So I think that she could learn so much from each of them with this godlike power that she has, and would be given great advice. And also, she just loves Superman, so she wouldn't leave him alone.
Oh, I understand. Now, I would like to know more personally if Naomi has anything from Kaci. Do you feel that Naomi represents you somehow as a human being?
I think she represents me as a human being. I think that there are a lot of differences. People in real life know that I wouldn't do certain things that she does. But I always have to justify it. But what I do bring within myself is that sense of passion and drive. She has a sense of passion and drive where someone tells her no, that doesn't mean that she's going to stop. So I bring that within myself for my character. And I also love my characters to be different. But the truth is, me and Naomi are a lot alike, and it's important that I embrace that.
You know what I find interesting? Out of all the comic book characters in the world, you chose Superman.
What is the question, Naomi?
The question is, Who am I?